Hello everyone, I am Arisha. What is the probability that my another group partner and Mole will speak right after me, or how much are you certain about an event that Sana, our another group member, will continue after Anmol? As of now, you might have got an idea that today we will look into some topic of probability and statistics. Particularly, our topic for today is joint PDF. We have selected this question because it covers all the aspects and subtopics of joint PDF, including graphical representation, calculating probability using PDF, marginal PDF, and finding constant in PDF. Till the date of selecting topics, we did not discuss the joint PDF in class, as we found this topic exciting to work on. Also, this question covers all the basic postulates of joint PDF and helps us to understand the relation between two random variables and even marginalizing the PDF over one random variable. So if we are dealing with two random variables, it is not enough to know their individual PDFs. We also need to model the relation between the two random variables, and this is exactly what is done through joint PDF, to which we also refer as continuous analog of joint PMF. Now, instead of defining the joint PDF as probability, we will look into what actually joint PDF does and how it will be used to calculate probabilities. So moving forward, note that the use of this F is basically to indicate that we are dealing with some density. The concept of joint PDF can also be understood by recalling joint PMF. In joint PMF, we see that the probability that the pair of random variables x takes certain specific values. Now, for joint PDF, we say that it has to be non-negative. Interestingly, we use joint PDFs very oftenly to calculate probabilities. In discrete setting, we see this expression, which says that probability of random variables belonging to certain set is equal to sum of probabilities of all the possible pairs inside that particular set. But for continuous random variables, we use this joint density instead of joint PMF. And instead of having a summation, we integrate. Now comes this postulate, which tells us how this unit of probability is spread over the entire continuous two-dimensional plane. You will get a very clear idea once you look into the visualization of this expression. So we integrate this value over a particular two-dimensional set, and we can take this as height of an object that is sitting on the top of this set. This is what a joint PDF does. So a legitimate joint PDF is any function of two variables which is non-negative and which integrates to one. We can say that two random variables are jointly continuous if there exists a joint PDF that can be used to calculate their associated probabilities through this particular formula.
Hello everyone, I'm Anmol Jamani, so let us continue with the presentation. The next topic is visualization of joint PDF. Let us call it as X dimension and this is Y dimension. So, sorry for making it a mess, but let us say it as X dimension and let us say this is Y dimension. So basically what it tells us that X and Y are some random variables that take values to some interval. Let's say that X takes the values in the interval 0 to 6 and Y also takes the values in the interval 0 to 6. This is just an assumption. हमारे पास दूसरी values भी हो सकती हैं, interval change हो सकता है, but this is just an assumption. And let us consider this as the joint PDFs. Basically this is a three-dimensional space जिसके अंदर हमारे पास x और y dimension given है और हमारे पास joint PDF भी given है. So we already know we can infer this from the previous slides. हमें पता है, हम ये बात जान चुके हैं कि अगर हमारे पास two dimensions के अंदर कोई interval given हो, जैसे in this case we have said कि it's from 0 to 6 for x and 0 to 6 for y, then we can say that the total area under graph of equation over all possible values of random variable equals 1. This is the thing that we already know. But now let us consider consider that there is some set B जिसकी हमें probability find करनी है. So the probability of this particular set B would be equal to the volume, would be equal to, would basically be the volume that is sitting at the top of that set, but under the joint PDF. तो ये क्या कहना चाह रहा है कि हमारी जो इस रीजन की यानी सेट बी की जो प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी वो बेसिकली क्या होगा, वॉल्यूम होगा जो कि इस सेट के ऊपर होगा, बट इट वुड बी अंडर द जॉइंट पीडीएफ. So the volume that sits on top of that set but below the PDF is the probability of this function or this set B. But now let's consider an event. Let's say कि x dimensions के अंदर the interval is from a to a plus delta, and in y dimension it's b to b plus delta, and let the delta be a very very small value. तो हमारे पास अगर हमें इस चीज़ की probability find करनी होगी तो that would be equal to the height a comma c. This is the height, and it would be multiplied by the area. So basically what we inferred इससे पहले कि probability जो है किसी भी रीजन की अगर हमें फाइंड करनी होती है तो वो बेसिकली वो वॉल्यूम होता है जो कि उस सेट के ऊपर होता है, लेकिन उस पीडीएफ जो गिवन है उस 3 डायमेंशनल स्पेस के उसके बिलो होता है. तो हमने बेसिकली ये वॉल्यूम ही फाइंड किया है, ये बेसिकली वॉल्यूम ही है जो कि है जो कि होगा a comma c, which would be the height multiplied by delta square, which would be the area of that region. मैंने आप लोगों की इजीनेस के लिए इसको कम्प्लीटली लिख लिया है. सो बेसिकली दिस वुड बी द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ दिस रीजन जो कि हमने इवेंट लिया था उसका. तो हम इस चीज़ से ये कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं, इस वाले कंप्लीट थिंग से ये कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं कि the joint densities on some region जो कि हमने अभी ये define किया is basically the probability density per area. तो which we can see here कि this is the probability density जो कि हमारे पास आई है probability density, and this is the area, and that is equal to the joint densities of that region.
Now that Anmol has already talked about visualization of a joint PDF, let's talk about marginal PDF. Talking about marginal PDF, we first need to understand what marginalizing basically is. Marginalizing a two-dimensional probability distribution and converting it to one-dimensional probability distribution is what we call as marginal distribution. In simpler words, marginalizing is the process of going from n-dimensional probability distribution to n-1 dimensional probability distribution. What we do while marginalizing is that we only care about one variable out of the two, and we average over the influence of other variable. This means that, for example, we have two random variables x and y, and suppose we want to calculate f of x, where x can take on any of the possible values. Now, to get the probability distribution, we can sum over all the possible values of y while keeping the x constant. We also know that while summing the values of y, it would be more efficient to use integral. We are required to take the limits and integrate it with respect to the other variable, which is not constant. In our case, that's y. Hence, the answer of the integral will give us the marginal probability density function for that specific variable. Here, that variable is x. Similarly, for y, we will integrate the joint PDF by taking on the limits of x and integrating it with respect to x.
Okay, so let us now understand the question. The question says, some students have conducted an experiment to understand a model for the movement of a particle. Assume that the particle moves within a two-dimensional region bounded by the line x equals 1 and y equals x. Let x and y be two continuous random variables which denote the position of the particle at a given time. The joint density of x and y is given by fxy x comma y equals 6xy for x comma y belongs to A. So basically, before moving to the parts of questions, let us understand that what the question says. So question basically describes a region A जिसकी PDF हमें given है 6xy, and we have also been told that this region A is bounded by the line x equals 1 and y equals x. So basically this is the only information that is provided to us for this starting of the question. So the first part of the question says, graphically show the region in the xy plane where fxy x comma y is non-zero. Basically हमें वो region show करना है, उस region को graphically draw करके बताना है जहाँ पे हमारी PDF non-zero होगी. So if we read the question, तो हमारे पास सिर्फ इतनी information given है हमारे question के अंदर कि there is a region A जिसकी PDF है 6xy जो कि बाउंडेड है x इक्वल्स 1 और y इक्वल्स x पे, लेकिन हमें ये नहीं पता कि उस रीजन A के बाहर की PDF क्या है. बिकॉज इफ वी सी वी हैव डन फ्यू क्वेश्चंस इन द क्लास जिसके अंदर हमारे पास एक पर्टिकुलर इंटरवल के अंदर किसी भी रीजन की PDF गिवन होती है और उसके बाद लिखा होता है 0 अदरवाइज. बट हियर इन दिस क्वेश्चन वी हैव नॉट बीन टोल्ड दैट व्हाट इज द PDF आउटसाइड द रीजन A. तो हमने सबसे पहले लेफ्ट साइड पे graphically उस पूरे region को show किया है, but we cannot call it as PDF because we don't know that region A के बाहर जो है क्या PDF है. But on the right hand side what we have drawn is called the PDF because it's basically defining the region. ये हमारे पास हो जाएगा x equals 1 which have been given as the condition, और दूसरी condition हमारे पास क्या है, y equals to x. So this is the region जहाँ पर हमारी PDF है 6xy. So this answers the question कि हमारी PDF कहाँ पे है नॉन ज़ीरो. बेसिकली कहाँ वो ज़ीरो नहीं है ये हमें ग्राफिकली शो करना है. So this is the PDF where this is the region where the PDF is non-zero.
Now for part B, we need to calculate the probability such that the limits of x are given as 0.5 to 1 and the limits of y are given to be 0 to 0.5. Now let's integrate the expression with respect to y first. Integrating with respect to y, we get the answer to be 6xy square over 2. Now putting on the limits, we get the final answer to be 3 over 4x. While integrating with respect to x, we will keep the limits as 0.5 to 1 and the final answer that we get is 0.28. For this part of the question, we need to find the marginal PDF for f of x and for f of y. For the first part, we need to integrate the function with respect to y, keeping the limits of y which are given to be 0 to x. After integration, we realize that putting on the limits, we get the final answer to be 3x cubed. Similarly, for the next part, we integrate the function with respect to x, keeping on the limits of x which are 0 to 1. The final answer of the marginal PDF for f of y comes out to be 3y.
So now comes the last part of our question, which says that an external electronic vibration caused an interruption in the environment where experiment was happening. Unfortunately, this interruption disturbed the observations and students got worried. However, a student from the same class showed courage to calculate joint PDF from scratch. He got x plus cy square for x and y belonging to A as his new PDF and 0 otherwise. We are asked to help him in finding C. In order to solve this, we will use this postulate which has already been discussed before. It is given that x and y belongs to A, which means this. Now we simply put in the values for limits of x and y and the expression for PDF. Now we integrate this expression with respect to x and put in the limits for x. We get this expression. Now integrating this with respect to y and putting the values of limits of y into this, we get this equation. Making C as our subject gives us the value of C, which is 3 upon 2. So that by now we can say that the new PDF is basically x plus 3 upon 2 y square for x and y belonging to A and zero otherwise. Thank you.